YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Big E here. We out here pulling weight. You know how we do it, bro. Man, I'm gonna talk to y'all for a minute about some of the things that you have to do that you may not think you should have to do, or you may think that is not necessarily your job description. But it would behoove you to do it to make your money. Okay? So, first off, take care of housekeeping. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment on this video. You know, do what you do. And I'm here to just kind of give you the ins and outs. So, okay, so this load that I'm on now, okay, it's a 3-stop load. So, it's not of course, it's not a dropping hook. It's all live loads, live unloads. It's about 1,200 miles, so it's time consuming. You know, it can be time consuming. So get this. So this is the deal. So on Monday, I picked this load up out of Ennis, Texas, which is right down from the Wilmer Yard. It's probably about 20-30 miles from the Wilmer Yard, right? So this load is siding material. So pick this load up. It's but I had a load that I picked up before this one off the yard. It was a T-car, and as y'all know, with well, I got a problem, but with T-car loads or shag loads, different companies call it different things. Basically, it's a large load that a driver picked up and from a different location, and they brought it and they didn't deliver it, so they dropped it on the yard. And a lot of times they do that because it's probably a live load, or it's a load that delivers and maybe 2 days after they get there, and they could technically get on another load and be headed somewhere else. So what the planner has to do is get a driver to go deliver a load. And what makes the most sense, and what they did to me, is I had to put my truck in the shop for A service. We got the A service done, and but I didn't have a trailer, because you got to drop the trailer. And if you ever on any of these, especially Wilmer Yard, you know that trailers don't sit there very long, not empty trailers. So the quickest way of getting the driver a trailer is to assign them to a load that's on the yard. If they got one that delivers, you know, in a reasonable time, but you may end up having it, more likely it's going to be a live load. So, needless to say, that load, I picked up a load that went to Garland, Texas, which is about 20-30 minutes from the yard. Okay, it was a live unload. We got unloaded, and I had to go pick this load up. But this load had a window of like 1:30 to midnight, so it was about that time when I got over there. You know, it was about almost 2, I think. So another thing that I think I should tell y'all is in trucking, it really is early bird gets to work, because like Monday, the reason why this made the most sense for me is because, you know, people are like, why you gonna take that little short load and it's live unload and all that? Well, in trucking, a lot of the loads get assigned before 9 o'clock. I mean, that sweet spot is around probably about 5-6 o'clock in the mornings when they start doing it. By 8 o'clock, they pretty much, you know, they got a lot of the good loads have been assigned if they picked up in the morning. So if you looking for a load that picks up, you're gonna have to go down to the afternoon on the same day. Okay, because the loads are picked over by that time. Okay, didn't get to my truck. Well, I put my PTA on my time to be available at 7. However, on Monday, it was storming in Dallas, and like I said, I don't leave my truck at the terminal anymore because I don't live around the corner. I leave it at my house, and so my wife had to take me over there and get my kids to school, and my daughter to school, and my twins to daycare. So in doing all that, I didn't get to my truck till about 9:30. So needless to say, you kind of take what you can get it to, get you moving. So they got me that load going to Garland. That's how I got my trailer. Once they unloaded it, it was an empty trailer. I took it, had to sweep it out when they got done with it, take it over to where I picked this load up at. So I picked this load up, and it had it came up to the Colorado. All the stops are in Colorado. One is in Colorado, Colorado Springs, which is where we are now. The next one is in Denver, and the last one is in Grand Junction, which is on the other side of the state. So this load here was supposed to deliver at 11 o'clock a.m. But I called on this load. I called on all 3 stops. I called on this one to see if I could deliver it first thing this morning instead of 11 o'clock. So they said, yeah, you can deliver it as soon as you get over. So I called them yesterday. So they told me they open at 7:30. So I got here around 8. So I was a little bit later than what I wanted it to be because I wanted to be here at 7:30. But it is what it is, right? So now this is the deal. Had I drove a little bit farther on Monday, because I pulled up before I got to Amarillo. I could have, because I didn't want to drive so late and be getting up late every day. But had I drove a little bit farther, I probably could have got this load off yesterday, right? Hindsight 2020. But okay, but I didn't. So this morning. So I called Denver, and the place over there, they were like, well, yeah, we got you delivering tomorrow anyway. Now my pre-plan says that load delivers at 8 a.m. Hold on, I'm probably confused me. Okay, today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday, the 26th. May the 26th. So the one in Denver is supposed to actually deliver, according to my pre-plan and my load assignment, on Thursday, May the 27th at 8 a.m. And the one for Grand Junction is supposed to deliver between 9 and 2 p.m. tomorrow, May the 27th. So I talked to them in Denver, and they was like, "Nah, we got to deliver tomorrow anyway, the 26th." They were like, because this load has been canceled. Like, I think he said 2 or 3 times, and he's like, "I know it's not your fault, but yeah, we're ready to get it whenever you get it here." So I told him, well, I get it there tomorrow morning, early morning. Mid-morning, possibly into the early afternoon, just depending on how quickly they get me unloaded in Colorado Springs. So they were like, yeah, we'll take it. And I even talked to Grand Junction, and they said they would take it today too. Now I'm not gonna be able to get to Grand Junction before they stop unloading. They stop unloading at 2. Well, they stop and load, close at 4:30. It stop and load at 4. If I was able to get over there, it would be probably around that time. But I don't think even that. I think it'd probably be after that. And even if I could, I wouldn't go over there that late. I would probably, if I couldn't get over there at 3:30, I probably wouldn't even fool with it, because you don't want to go try to get unloaded early and you have to keep them there after what time they really supposed to get off, because then next time they may not want to take you early. They want to stop taking trucks early because you get there so late. But regardless, now I did that, and a lot of drivers don't do that. They just stick to whatever the appointment time says and deliver at that time. But if you can get there early, deliver the load early, because what it does is it gets you off of that load and opens you up to get onto your next load, which means you get into your next availability to make some money. So, especially if you're thinking you want to be an owner operator or you want to get your own authority, these are the type of things that you got to think about and you got to be ready to do, because you got to think about the totality, the big picture, not just, okay, well I'm getting it there on time. Well, nah, get it there early, so if you can get it off early so you get to your next load, right? So that's one of the things that as a driver, I don't know what your goals are as a driver, but if your goal is owner operator, I would say that's one of the things that you have to think about and be ready to do. So another thing, like I told you, I got there kind of late in the morning to pick this load up. So just know that when you get there late, if you're not getting there at 7, you're not ready to roll at 7, or you're ready to pick that load up at 7. Sometimes you got to take some loads that you may not necessarily want to take, just because it's one of them things that, hey, this is what we have left. Now, big companies probably have more options, but at the same time, it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna be back with y'all in a minute. I'm gonna show y'all what I backed into this dock here. What I had to do to back into this dock. All right, I'm back with y'all. So, just to show y'all kind of where I end up having to back into. Okay, so I don't know how well y'all see this, but okay, so I came in right around that corner right there. Right there. I didn't come in through that driveway. I came in down the street, and I came around that little fence where you see that post at, right? But I didn't know I was going back into this dock right here until I made that turn, right? So I was kind of wide on this turn, which made it more of a challenge to get into the dock. Now the dock is not narrow, so we're not dealing with it being narrow. What we're dealing with is, because you got plenty of room on that side, and then you got quite a bit of room on this side, right? So what we're dealing with is, because I was right in this area, what we're dealing with is once you get that trailer bent, you got this little space over here is what we're dealing with, right? So when you're trying to get this truck into this dock, you got this drop off right here. And you don't want to get your wheels on that dropout, right? Yeah, I mean, because you get your wheels over there and you're gonna have a hard time probably getting into that dock, and they don't have a curb to let you know, so you just kind of keep eyeballing where those front tires are when you make that curve, you know. So it's not very long, it's not very far from your bumper to that drop off. So sorry, I hope them lights not bothering y'all on this camera, but I just thought I'd show y'all what it, you know, where I had to back into, because it was a little bit of a challenge, you know, twist and turn in there. And you got space, but at the same time, when you get around that fence right there, then you have to deal with the fact that you get the trailer. When you're getting back up on the trailer, you got to deal with the fact you don't want to come off the side of that drop off. But as always, man, your boy out here, y'all know we pull weight, bro. And if y'all have not, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment on the videos. Got any ideas you want me to talk about something different or something else, please let me know. If y'all out here on this road, y'all be careful. God bless you. And again, we pull away, bro. Y'all take it easy.